Nicholas, from Nicholas. Hi, Andrew. I just turned 24. I finished watching the most recent Backstage episode. I was very curious to ask each one of you guys about divorce and remarriage. In 2018, my wife left me quite unexpectedly. We were married for exactly a year. I never got any answers as to why. If you recall, I wrote you some months ago about my situation, and I'm happy to say that I'm doing much better. I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you. Anyway, being as young as I am, I desperately want to get married again in the future, but I'm torn as to what the Bible says on it. To clarify, we had no kids together. I did everything in my power to save the marriage. We both were and still are practicing and believing Pentecostal Christians. I'll be grateful for any answers you have. Sincerely, Nicholas. Get married again. Find a new girl and get married again. Here's why. Jeremy, I thought, made a wonderful, wonderful point about Christ's statements on divorce. He said, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. He also said that if you experience lust, you've committed adultery. Now, we all know that what he's talking about is he's talking about the perfect web of moral universe that God creates, not the world that we live in. If you experience lust, it's not the same as committing adultery. Go ahead, ask your wife and you'll find out, okay? So in this case too, Jesus is telling you that marriage makes you one flesh. It is a real thing, a real sacrament. But he knows, if you read the Gospels carefully, Jesus doesn't make rules. He doesn't make rules. He shows you the way. He demonstrates in himself the way to treat yourself and others. And one of the things he does is he humanizes the rules. He makes allowances for the things that happen. You didn't have children, so you're not in that situation, which changes everything. You did everything you could to save the marriage. The marriage is not coming back. You don't know why. It's time to move on. And yes, it's a sad, sad thing. But I will tell you, some of the happiest married people I know had an experience like this, where they had a very short marriage that didn't take, where there were no children, where maybe really it wasn't a marriage. That's why Matt Walsh was saying that's why the Catholic Church has annulment, because it wasn't really a marriage. It didn't really take it. It didn't really make you one flesh as it should have. And so a lot of the people I know who have the happiest marriages got married very quickly, found out that it was the wrong one, and moved on and had another marriage. And I hope that happens to you as well.